Hello, my brothers and sisters. Are you living enlightened? Well, I hope you are. Today is September 9th, 2017, and it's 10 a.m. Pacific time out here in California. My name is Ron Steele, and I am the creator of Live Enlightened. So I've been reading the knowledge book for the last, let's see, this is part 5. So few months now. I do this every 2 weeks. By the way, I usually do the reading of the knowledge book or my webinars on a Sunday. I used to do it Saturday, changed it to Sunday a few months ago due to work. But I just want to say before I forget, on September 16th, that's a Saturday, I'm going to do my next reading of the knowledge book on Saturday, 2 weeks from yesterday. Okay, so Saturday, September 16th will be the next time I'll be back. I won't be available on Sunday the 17th, so I'm gonna change it to Saturday for that 1 week. Okay, so again, my name is Ron Steele with Live Enlightened, or the Live the Enlightened Lifestyle. You can find me on YouTube, so please go to YouTube, search Live the Enlightened Lifestyle, and hit subscribe for me. Okay, I could use some more subscribers there. And you guys, if you like what I'm doing and the things I'm talking about, and you want to stay in touch, then subscribing there will keep you more directly connected to me. Also, you can find me at Live the Enlightened Lifestyle on Facebook. If you search on Facebook Ron Steele, you can friend me, Ronald K. Steele or Ron Steele. If you see those two names when you get there, you know it's me. And search the Live the Enlightened Lifestyle on Facebook groups, and I have a group there. Please join our group. And I also have a Facebook page. Please go to Live the Enlightened Lifestyle Facebook page and like us there. I probably don't do enough with everything right now. I'm just busy. My mind is kind of occupied preparing for things, and the biggest thing I'm doing right now is reading this knowledge book. So it's a big book, you can see, and we're going to be doing this for a while, and I'm reading it for the first time with all of you. So so bear with me. It's part 5 today. So for those of you, if you're watching this video for the first time, reading the knowledge book, you probably want to go on YouTube, search Live the Enlightened Lifestyle, or you can probably even find me under Ron Steele. But go to my my YouTube channel, Live the Enlightened Lifestyle, and just start reading the knowledge book. Look for my enlightenment videos there, that category. You'll see my last 5 videos are reading the knowledge book. And just start with reading the knowledge book, part 1, and go through part 2, part 3. It's not too long. The videos are an hour every 2 weeks on a Sunday. Sometimes I go for an hour and a half or an hour and 15 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and start reading the knowledge book where I left off last time. So I'm on page 37, and yeah, that shows you how long it takes to read this. This is part 5, and I'm on page 37. But I don't read too fast, and this is all translated from Turkish, actually. So it doesn't translate perfectly, doesn't read in perfect English, and sometimes I read over some parts that need to be read over a little bit more. And anyway, we'll read thoroughly through it, the whole book, and I will have a video of it with you guys until I reach the end of the book. Okay? So let's get started. Page 37 today is, we left off reading, it said, "Our friends, now let us explain the meaning the meaning of the triplet crucifix. Okay, and then it explained that to us. So you'll have to go back to the Reading the Knowledge Book video part 4 to understand where I'm going today. So I'm going to go to page 37. Now you have come to us by your satellites in the universe. That is, you have risen up to your God. And we say hello, welcome to our genuine human brothers and sisters who have been able to rise up to us. Let us come to the expounding of the word cross. Cross. Number 1, the H. This is HAC. It's not really the letter C. This is in Turkish, but HAC. They're going to walk us through the meaning of each letter. Number 1 is H, sincerity and goodwill. Number 2 is to search. And number 3 is to become light, that is to become emblazed in the essence heart. This triangle code symbolizes the involvement of the human. The message of cross is as follows. Those who embark on a quest with sincerity and goodwill have become emblazed. That is, they have emblazed the essence heart, in the essence heart. Like Eunice's, Mevlana's, and all the saints. Then they have become a light and have illuminated the human in all aspects. All philosophers and all scientists are genuine, enlightening guides who have found the most correct path on the path of Allah, or God. Einstein was one of them. Edison laid the foundation. Einstein cut the ribbon. Crucifix. This great word is a word that has transcended Islam, that is still at the medium of quest. Within this word, there is 01, that is Almighty, the Absolute, and time. Now let us code the word Istavras. My Turkish accent is not so good, forgive me. Hi, Sue. Okay, so now let us code the word. And this is the word, they're going to give you the code for the word Istavras, which is crucifix. It equals crucifix in English. But anyway, the I in Istavras, the I stands for human, the S stands for love, the T stands for God, the A stands for to search, the V stands for revelation, inspiration, logic, the R stands for Lord, the 0, or the O, it's not a 0, it's an O with a 1, a factor of 1, I guess, is the Almighty, the Absolute. The Z is time. The message of this word is as follows. The human is elevated to his or her God through love. That's 1. 2, he or she dives into the medium of quest by revelation, inspiration, and logic. And from there, he or she attains his or her Lord. 3, the final message, attain the consciousness of Almighty, the Absolute, and time. Transcend yourself and comprehend the cause of your existence. Just as the Islamic realm knows the meaning of the word, oh boy, Bismillah Manur Rahim. In a stereotypical way, most of our Christian friends do not know the genuine meaning of the word crucifix either, because they are connected to it, considering it as a shape, and give value to this shape as a symbol. As we have said before, this shape symbolizes the unification of the firmament and the earth. The firmament, so that's that bubble above the earth that protects us. It's the simplest way I can explain that. Somebody's explained it to me before, and you Google that word firmament. It's really interesting. We say the meaning of the word crucifix has transcended the Islam that is in quest. Do you know why? Because that word gives you the time. It gives you our Lord. It gives you to yourselves, and it reminds you of the cause of your existence. But the Islam is still prostrating in hope of personal benefit from his or her God. Genuine Muslims excluded. In fact, in Christian society, those other than our genuine Christian friends go to church with the same goal. At the moment, we are calling to all the sacred societies in the world. Your God is not an ogre. O-G-R-E. Your God is not an ogre. Do not be afraid of him. The more you love your world and your brothers and sisters without expecting any personal benefit, the more the divine power of God will pour his love and his divine light on you. Light of the divine and love are the essence of God. Now let us give the essence of what we have written. The human finds God through love. He or she rises up to O by searching through logic. The one who follows the path of religion arrives at learning. The one who follows the path of learning arrives at religion. All the paths lead to the same gate. Are you still going to discriminate between religions, our brothers and sisters, even though you know all this with our love? Pen of the Golden Age. So we're on to the next paragraph. It is answer to the chains of thought. Our friends, now we want to give the answers to the thoughts we have received from you. You have always behaved in the direction of the prophet to whom you have been attached until today. They were each a light friend of ours. Our Christian friends did not accept the Quran, which was the single book revealed after the New Testament, for they had their own book. And our Islamic friends do not accept any book other than the Quran, for at that era they were told this is the final and single book. So they are right in their views because they have been conditioned in the direction of this view. They have been conditioned, like most of us. But they should never forget that the Quran assembles in itself all the events until the year 1999, and it was dictated to our light friend Muhammad Mustafa, who was the final prophet. Now we would like to remind you of this. The final book, the Quran, has mirrored the events up until this period to you, 1999. Our light friend Muhammad is the final prophet. We had said that after the Quran, no book would be dictated through prophets. We had not said that no book from then on would ever be dictated. We are repeating it to correct this misunderstanding. So we said after the Quran, the final book, no book would be dictated through other prophets. We had not said that other books from then on would never be dictated. We are repeating it to correct this misunderstanding. Do not forget that the end of your world will not come to an end with this final book, for your world will enter an entirely different period after the year 1999. The human of that period would not be able to comprehend this. We were obliged to obey to the commands of the Lord as a necessity of the system. Do not forget that Do not forget that evolvement does not occur instantly. Now, in this period, we establish direct contact with our friends who have been able to complete their evolvement until today. That's you and I. Up to the coat of the genuine human, that is, A6, plain, and thanks to this book, we are selecting them one by one. You say that the world year 1999 is the final resurrection period, those who have attained its genuine consciousness excluded. We wonder how many people know what resurrection is. Now we are in preparation for that period. We, your space friends, have come to you, have established contact with you, and we have received the command to notify you of the entire truth through mediation of this book, the Knowledge Book. Do not forget that the resurrection, or the resurrecting in your final book, is the resurrecting of humans in the direction of consciousness. This means that humans will attain the consciousness of everything, and they will be awakened from their sleep. Each awakened person has gotten and will get in connection with us. This means that now we are attracting your views out of your world of vision to which you have been habituated and conditioned until today. So do you understand? Each awakened person has gotten and will get in connection with us, the space friends. This means that now we are attracting your views out of your world of vision to which you have been habituated and conditioned until today. For this reason, we are giving general messages to all the religious societies. If you cannot free yourself from your conditioning in the direction of Christian, Islam, and other religions, you can never attain our apex. Resurrection for you is this. Those who have come and will come to us will see the genuine divine light. This will be our gift to our brothers and sisters who are genuine humans in a real sense. Be free of these conditionings. We have told you one by one how all religious books were dictated. The supervision of our Lord is always upon you. Do not ever forget this. This book is and will be dictated by His command to save our human brothers and sisters and to assist them. First, eliminate the religious conditioning among you so that we can give you other universal knowledge. There are millions of our light friends there are millions of our light friends among you who have liberated themselves from their narrow views. This universal book of yours is distributed through them to the universe, chapter by chapter. So like I told you guys before about religion, religion separates us. Religion limits us. Religion's not bad. It wasn't bad. But it's been turned into something very limiting. So let's say it was a start, okay? Let's say it was a start to help you good people and some of you bad folks that, figured out there's a better way and went to church and church really helped you. Well, that period's over. It's time to evolve and to open yourselves up to new knowledge and real, genuine knowledge, and not be held back by the church or governments or politics or anything like that, or yourself any longer. So this isn't a bad thing. It's not cutting down the church. It's saying, hey, it's time to evolve and to be conscious and live life consciously, and don't let yourself be held back any longer. Okay, so to move on, you will overcome extremely hard future circumstances easily by means of this book, because we will hold each hand that writes the book by the hand. The choice is left to the common sense of our human brothers and sisters. The endeavor is from us. The divine guidance is from God, our friends. Signed, Pen of the Golden Age. So we're on to the next paragraph. Our friends, the rising of frequencies never exalts the human and humanity. What is significant is evolvement, and the single guide of evolvement is enlightenment books and enlightenment channels. You call these books the religious books, but in fact you do not know the actual nature of your books you have taken into your hands. You have received your offerings from a certain plane until this period. At the moment, your medium has been opened to higher levels. Only we are compelled to convey this to you. Rising to supremacy is not being a mediumist. Everyone who feels the power of the heavens is a mediumist, for this universal power has augmented your six senses. Even a newborn baby is born as a mediumist through the perceptions the mother receives. For this reason, this period is called the mediumship period. That is the mediamic period. The enlightenment channels are open to the entire universe to prepare humanity for the medium of evolvement. However, the new trends have led you to fanaticism and egotism instead of enlightening you, exceptions excluded. That is, our hopes were in vain. The fanatic bigots who hide themselves under the cover of religion will annihilate themselves. The evolvement coats of our friends, who will see the good results, are open, and they have received the approval to pass beyond the firmament. So beyond what is above earth, our firmament barrier above earth, they will pass beyond that. Higher evolvement, I guess, heaven. Do not ever forget that unless you attain achievement in your evolvement examination, you can never be accepted to the medium of the firmament. We will convey to you, article by article, in this book, what evolvement is. Evolvement is the only cause that will exalt you. However, you should be ready for this medium. I wonder two things. If heaven is something different than we've been taught. What if heaven is complete, full dimensional enlightenment, consciousness, where you've reached the final dimension? And the firmament, what if the firmament is not really what you read about? Google the firmament. And I don't know, reading this book, maybe it's something different than what we know, than what we've been told. God, as we enlighten, we're learning that many things are not what we were told. Some things, or maybe a lot of things, even in the Bible, they're close. It's like they lead us there with the truth, but then once they get us about 80% to the truth, and the rest of the 20% is so confusing, such a lie, that we'll never figure out the 100%. We'll always be stuck at the 80%. So, moving on. Do not ever forget that unless you attain achievement in your evolvement examination, you can never be accepted to the medium of the firmament. We will convey to you, article by article in this book, what evolvement is. Evolvement is the only cause that will exalt you. However, you should be ready for this medium. Your religious books are your single guide on this path. Those who have been exalted by its genuine light are genuine friends for us. However, our friends who consider themselves as sages on this path are not considered esteemed. For us, those who enter the coat of the genuine human through the same path are the genuine sages. Now let us convey the difference between the two coats to you. it is evident that each person who is devotedly religious, who has absorbed and digested the religious books, and who recognizes his or her God, is a very good person. However, his or her goodness is doomed to remain between him or her and his or her God. During this period, a lot of our friends who receive these beautiful cosmic perceptions perform their duties justly, and they shed light on society and thus try to awaken them. These people are our most sacred friends. Besides this, we also know those friends who receive these beautiful perceptions and can consider themselves as prophets. The choice is theirs only. This mentality of theirs will always repel them from the medium of evolvement. Personal benefit and self-interest are the greatest of sins. Instead of expecting something from someone, those who give from the essence heart, without any personal benefit, without expecting anything in return, are the ones who have taken the first preparatory step towards the evolvement coat. It is easy to enter this frequency. If you do everything commanded by your books of enlightenment to the letter, you get the permission to enter this coat. However, it is not easy at all to pass from this coat to the firmament plane. For this reason, most of you are made to wait at the place you call heaven, which is your medium of rest. Wow. Maybe once I get through the whole book, it'll make more sense. The enlightening paths showing to you in heaven are separate from your religious books. The enlightening paths showing to you in heaven are separate from your religious books. Those who attain its genuine meaning must come to the world at least 6 times in order to comprehend what is what. The sourness of a raw apple and the sweetness of a ripe one are differentiated in this manner. So the enlightening paths showing to you in heaven are separate from your religious books. Those who attain its genuine meaning must come to the world at least 6 times in order to comprehend what is what. So we reincarnate 6 times, I'm trying to say. The sourness of raw apple and the sweetness of a ripe one are differentiated in this manner. The frequency adjustments of those who will evolve, we mean the evolvement deserving the firmament plane, are made by the coats here. The data we receive is the genuine enlightenment itself, and they are given all the universal powers. They are conscious of what they are and what they are not. That is, they are the triple coats of the medium, and these are the coats of the essence, the word, the I. We will explain them one by one, but in our later messages. For now, with all our love, Pen of the Golden Age. So next paragraph. Our friends, the whole universe is within a whole. Those who have achieved the power of God are the key points of this medium. It is always possible to get in contact with the seat of authorities. You are in a medium that prepares the evolvement of the intellect. You are in a brand new order. You are being adapted to a medium outside your field of influence. The health of our missionary friends is under control. You are being regenerated in every way. No one possesses the quality of opening his or her own coat to the medium he or she desires. Only the coats of the brains who deserve this medium are opened. The evolvement of everyone is different. In fact, each of you is a light of universe. You have the equality of creation in God's consideration. God created the human, and the human created himself or herself. However, if you keep yourselves in the medium as God created you, no one can assist you. However, if you keep yourselves in the medium as God created you, no one can assist you. Evolvement does not mean to stay in one place. It means to advance step by step. Those who find their own selves and their essence will come to us. Find their self. Now, that makes more sense to me because I have learned over the last few years of enlightenment, I've realized that, hey, Ron Steele, this body, this human living in, this soul living a human experience here on earth. Ron Steele is somebody separate, I feel. This is where I'm at right now in my evolvement. Ron Steele is someone separate from the soul that's in him. So my soul, I feel like my soul is getting to know who this Ron Steele person is. And I'm helping myself evolve. I'm helping myself every day to try my best to become a better person, and do everything from good intentions. That's it. I mean, that's the key right there. Keep learning, stay open. Don't always stick to your ideals because you can't evolve if you believe in one thing and you stick steady to that belief and you're not willing to be open to evolving and changing from that belief to learn more, then you won't learn more. You're always going to stay that person. But I also realize that there's this person that we've all become separate from our soul. I feel like we don't know ourselves very well until we grow up. As kids, we don't know what the hell's going on. Like, that's why kids are their energy is so crazy at times, and you don't know why they do the things they do. Well, when we get to the adult stages, 25, 30s, 40s, 50s, we're still, don't know a lot, but we know so much more than when we were kids. And you start realizing, at least I've started realizing that, oh my God, I realized this about myself, that, that this person, Ron Steele, that I didn't do this to myself. I didn't make myself have these beliefs and those beliefs. I didn't make myself like this kind of food. I didn't like myself act this way or be this kind of person or like this kind of food or speak this way or have all these issues that I have and that you have. We didn't do that to ourselves. We're getting to know these things about ourselves. Our soul is getting to know this person that we're currently inside of, living this human experience on earth. So is there more to that? Probably. I don't know it right now, but I feel like I'm pretty close. I feel like I'm pretty accurate on that. And there's so much more to learn. Okay, let me move on. So I'll start from the new paragraph here. Our friends, the whole universe is within a whole. Those who have achieved the power of God are the key points of this medium. It is always possible to get in contact with the seat of authorities. You are in a medium that prepares evolvement in the intellect. You are in a brand new order. You are being adapted to a medium outside your field of influence. The health of our missionary friends is under control. You are being regenerated in every way. No one possesses the quality of opening his or her own coat to the medium he or she desires. The only coats of the brains who deserve this medium are opened. The evolvement of everyone is different. In fact, each of you is a light of the universe. You have the equality of creation in God's consideration. God created the human, and the human creates him or herself. However, if you keep yourselves in the medium as God created you, no one can assist you. Okay, so that's saying what I said, that God created us, we're born, so now we're babies, we're living our lives, and we're living our lives the way God created us, and then you grow up and you start gaining knowledge. And if you don't do something with that knowledge and try to gain more knowledge, then it's saying here, however, if you keep yourselves in the medium as God created you, no one can assist you. So if you choose not to evolve, not to be enlightened, not to gain more wisdom and do something with it, then you're left behind. You're lost. No one can help you. And in some of the books and religions that people talk about, that there's, you know, the new world order, the how millions of people will die, and you know, all the others will go to heaven or to the light, or whatever all those different religions say. I think it's misunderstood. I think that, you know, the world's not going to come to an end. The world as we know it will shift, is shifting already. Like I said here, after 1999, the world as we knew it ended. That's why the Mayan calendar ended in, what was it, December 2012? The calendar ended because the world, as they knew, the world as it was ending and starting anew. And that's the golden age. That's enlightenment. And if you are not on the bandwagon, per se, if you don't get it, if you're not enlightening, then that's just the way it's going to work. That's the way God meant it to be, is that you're going to be left behind. You're going to be one of the millions that are going to be left behind, which they call in other Bibles and things death. You know, millions of people are going to die. Well, they just misinterpreted it. So the world doesn't come to an end the way that you've been taught, and millions of people don't die the way that you've been taught. We know, most of us know now. Most of us that are, you know, enlightening know that there's no such thing as death. Human death, I guess you can call it. There is, but our souls never die. Okay, so evolvement does not mean to stay in one place. It means to advance step by step. Those who find their own selves and their essence will come to us. So find yourself, get to know this body. My soul is getting to know Ron Steele, and I'm helping Ron Steele to evolve. Question is why? Why are we doing that? Why do our souls go into these earth bodies, these humans, and do this? So maybe we'll figure it out as we read on, okay? So going to the next chapter, our friendly brothers and sisters, these messages we give to you from outside the universe are given from the supreme plane as a command of the divine. However, we will represent the messages beyond perceptions to you when the time comes. For now, the priority is given to the unification of your world. For this reason, messages relating to evolvement will be given to you for a while. Formerly, we had mentioned that genuine evolvement was to you. We call it the coat of the essence, the word, the I. Now let us explain them. 1. Essence coat. Coat is K-O-T-E, by the way. Number 1 is essence coat. Essence coat. First, you have to find your essence. You have to be in peace with yourself. This is the externalization of the inter-radiance. We wish that everyone can find the divine light in this manner. This is our soul wish. Get peace with yourself. 2. Word coat. So it was essence coat, word coat, and I coat. So number 2 is word coat. This is very important. You say that the tongue has no bone. We use it as an example. Every word comes out of there, including the sweet ones, the bitter ones, the loving and the evil ones. When you have love in your word, friendliness in your voice, and docility in your logic, the gates of freedom are partly opened to you. And this brings you infinite tolerance and happiness. To blame, to reproach, are the greatest sins for this coat. I coat, number 3, I coat. The eye sees and loves. The eye sees and wants. The eye sees and cries. Do you know why it is said that if the essence cries, the eye also cries? This is the first step of the evolvement in this medium. Tears are positive foam. Oh, that's a misspelling. Foams. Tears are positive forms cleansing your negative feelings. Oh, maybe it is foams. It says foam twice here. Tears are positive foams cleansing your negative feelings. Your spirits are cleansed and elevated as your heart's foam. I gotta think that word is form. Tears are positive forms cleansing your negative feelings. Your spirits are cleansed and elevated as your heart's form. It's got to be form. I don't know. Do you know why God always holds the hands of his sad servants? Because when goodness weighs more in your conscious scales than evil, helping hands are extended to you. Do you know why God always holds the hands of his sad servants? Because when goodness weighs more in your conscious scales than evil, helping hands are extended to you. God does not wish to see any of his servants in hopelessness. This grace extended to you is the residue of your depressions. To see, but not to see. To perceive, but not to perceive, but not to tell. To hear, but not to listen is your second evolvement. Coat that will open the gates beyond the firmament to you. In fact, evolvement is necessary for every human, and evolvement is interminable. During this sincerity period, your second evolvement coat will be enough for you to fly your kite at heaven in the heavens of the firmament. Yeah, that word firmament must mean something different than we've been taught. Those who partly open the gates after that get the permission to convey everything to you. The religious books have been dictated in this manner. The preeminent ones who have been given you messages from the Enlightenment channel until today have not lost their humanity at all, despite their being in much higher levels now. They even tolerate your disrespectfulness towards them. You are tolerated only if you are seen as deserving of that tolerance. Do not ever forget this. If your rebellions are the overflowing of your essence hearts, this is not a sin. If they are made on purpose, then they are considered sins. In the latter case, there is no tolerance at all. We have felt compelled to explain this all to you. For our friends who are in the medium of depression, so that they can overcome their sadness. Okay. We hope that from now on you will prepare yourselves for the medium of evolvement more comfortably. Our gratitude to our friends who perform their missions justly is infinite. Their rebellions are caused by the fact that the world medium does not conform to their own mediums. We are sure that they will not lose their equanimity. Wow. Um, in the name of the command coming from the Supreme Ones, signed the pen of the God, pen of the Golden Age. So we're going to move on to the next chapter, or it's something like a chapter. They call it a Fisicule 4, 1984, the 4th month. Okay, so here's the next paragraph. Notice to the World Brotherhood Club. Our friends, this book comprising of suggestions about universal establishment will be the common book of all our light brothers and sisters who have set their essence hearts on humanity. The tent we have established in the universe opens arms to the infinite. Our brothers and sisters who will take shelter under this tent will be the genuine servants of the Lord. We have a request from our brothers and sisters who live abroad. If our universal friends who have set their essence hearts on humanity translate in sequence the chapters sent to them to the languages that they speak of the countries they are in and are not in, or if they make their volunteer friends translate them and enable the dissemination as they have received them to the entire world, their endeavors will surely be rewarded. Do not forget that this word is the promise of your extraterrestrial friends. Our system is adjusted to the thought frequency of each friend. Due to this, our connection is never interrupted in any way. Each friend of ours who takes in hand the chapters of this book is a member of the World Brotherhood Union, that is, of this club. God always assists you in this sacred mission. Do not ever forget this. The choice is within your initiative. Time, time will prove everything to you. When the time comes, you will see it with your eyes. To those who want miracles, miraculous occurrences will be shown according to their reception powers. These will be individual demonstrations rather than mass demonstrations. This will occur either by messages you will receive through your dreams or through direct connections. In this manner, we will try to strengthen the faith of those who do not believe. This suggestion of ours is valid only for those who will be accepted here. With our regards, love, and gratitude to our friend missionaries who will see the celestial ones. And it's signed Light. Okay, so we'll go on to the next chapter. Our friends, we are transmitting here once again all together the essence of the messages given before. Since the world came into existence until today, all the religious books have been presented by the preeminent missionaries of the Lord. That is, by a commission constituted of 24 preeminent ones. The name of this place is the Supreme Assembly, that is, the Central System. The Soul Enlightenment Channel open to the world is here. All the commands are given from here. Until now, 4 books have been revealed from this channel. These 4 books are the following: the Old Testament, the New Testament, the Psalms of David, and the books containing the Far East religions. The 5th book was dictated by Archangel Gabriel to our light friend Mohammed by the command of the single Lord. The name of this book is the Quran. So the Quran was dictated by the Archangel Gabriel to Mohammed. Now, in this final period that we call the sincerity period, The Lord has given the humans the command to be unified. This book assembles the essence of all the religious books in itself. This book is the book of the 21st century. We are assembling all our friends whom we hope have taken their lots from all the sacred books, which have been revealed to your world until today, under the roof of this book, and we are preparing them for salvation. Your goodwill, tolerance, love will enable you to enter under this roof. Signed, the Supreme Assembly. So the book they're talking about now is, of course, the knowledge book. So we've got about 10 minutes left, my brothers and sisters. I'll keep reading to you guys for about 10 more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up until 2 Saturdays from yesterday. So now in this, okay, our friends, here we go. Our friends, you do not know yet the actual nature of extraordinary events, no matter how advanced your techniques may be. During this period, humankind is taking its examinations under various supervisions. What do you think these examinations are necessary for? We will notify you about them by clear messages that will be given to you. Now is not the time for this. Perceptions you receive are the waves beyond the firmament that reflect on the order of your world. Your satellites that have unified with our transmitters have caused us to come closer to you even more. But we have determined that most of our world friends have hesitations about us due to their conditionings. Well, ain't that the truth? Excuse me, I had to take a drink of water. Lots of talking. They are right to feel uneasy, for they feel that they are being supervised by many channels. But they should never see this supervision as a limitation of freedom, for this is an event that should be done as a necessity of the system. It should not frighten you. Let us explain this system to you briefly. This is a system established to determine the degenerated aspects of the cosmos, and it has been in effect since the beginning of your century. Now, in that conformity with the universal theory, it has been rendered more comprehensive, and it has brought your world into effect. Each individual has a special camera, a special receiving, transmitting channel. These channels are connected to the code keys in that particular person's private archive. Everything is recorded automatically. In this manner, humankind that has gone through numerous incarcerations, in this manner, humankind that has gone through numerous incarnations has become the possession of the archives that are being held under the control of the entire supervision system. Each individual has a special camera, a special receiving, transmitting channel. These channels are connected to the code keys in that particular person's private archive. Everything is recorded automatically. In this manner, humankind has gone through numerous incarnations has become the possession of the archives that are being held under the control of the entire supervision system. Okay, we have enlightened you until today through this system by giving you knowledge through the evolvement channel, by keeping you under religious supervision for the benefit of society. However, in the direction of egos, making discrimination among religions has prevented humankind from being integrated. So religion is not working. Today, the golden book of the space age, revealed through the divine channel of the Lord, is obliged to declare the entire universe the entire universal truths to you. Those excluding the friends who are in the extreme darkness of their conditioning comprehend us better. Those excluding the friends who are in the extreme darkness of their conditioning comprehend us better. We have always mentioned the day in which heavens would be opened. Now heavens have been opened. We, your extraterrestrial brothers and sisters, have had special contacts with your world until today, besides our direct contacts with you. Our intergalactic connections with those with special frequencies who comprehend us have continued in every period. From time to time, we have connections with our terrestrial brothers and sisters in great secrecy. However, since it was forbidden to inform the press about these events were disseminated in the form of rumors and imagination powers also being added to them. Lots of stories have been created. Now, by the command of the divine, our channel Alpha, which is the direct channel of the Lord, has given the authorization to our Anatolian channel to explain all the progress beyond religions, the religions and gods, to the entire universe in all clarity. From now on, clearer messages will be given to you on every subject with our love. Signed, Pen of the Golden Age. So, I'm going to finish one last paragraph. I'm on page 45. I'll read through to page 46, okay? So, our friends, the mechanism of the Lord functions directly by the command of the Almighty, the Absolute. The single governor of the entire medium of galaxies and the universe is O. So it's O. So I was going to say it's a mathematical thing, but it's not a zero. It's the letter O. As a necessity of the intergalactic system, there will be a collective administrative system in the entire universe and in your world after the year 2000. As a necessity of the intergalactic system, there will be a collective administrative system in the entire universe in your world after the year 2000. This system will bring happiness to everyone eventually, right? When the time comes, these will be mentioned in your private messages. Now we are calling out to you from the 9th dimension. For now, we will open the universe up to the 18th dimension. Wow. Okay, so there are, I think the highest dimension I've heard of was, I think, the 12th dimension, 11th or 12th. So this confirms there's more dimensions. Let me read that again. Now, we are calling out to you from the 9th dimension. For now, we will open the universe up to the 18th dimension. At present, your cells are being habituated to the energy of the 6th dimension in your sleep. No wonder I can't sleep very well. And a lot of you are telling me the same. This is an engraftment method. This is an engraftment method. Engraftment method. So they're engrafting it into us. Okay. You may hear a lot of white noise, I call it, in your ears too at times, especially in total peace and quiet around you. Sometimes you don't even need total peace and quiet. You can hear. A lot of us think that that is the energies from the shift of consciousness, giving you downloads through your ears to the cells in your body and to your brain and to your chakras. Anyway, I'll read on here. Our world brothers and sisters will come to us in the framework of their responsibilities. They will be taken in UFOs, and unknown mediums will be introduced to them one by one. Their health problems will be reinforced through simple methods, and their physical constitutions will be returned to their former health, only deserving ones. Now, we would also like to transmit an important point to you. Let us define the original reason to our friends who have not been able to digest the given messages, among whom some have thrown themselves into the embrace of fear within the medium of uneasiness. All the religious books dictated to your world until today carry very high frequencies. These frequencies of knowledge are even higher than those. These frequencies of knowledge are even higher than, okay, the frequencies of knowledge that they're giving you now. Because this is, the knowledge book is the next, it's the next book above and beyond the religions and the religious books. So all the religious books dictated to your world until today carry very high frequencies. These frequencies carry knowledge. These frequencies of knowledge are even higher than those from the past. Novel, story, and poem types of literature written by our friends who are on the world level and who write them in the direction of their brain frequencies are read very comfortably and liked by everyone, since they conform with the world frequency. Each writing possesses a frequency power in proportion to the degree of knowledge it transmits to you. If your brain frequency has not been able to reach certain frequencies, they charge you with a powerful energy and you become depressed. Those whose frequencies are measured are unified in the direction of the same frequency, and the rest are driven away. They will be accepted into powerful mediums provided that their frequency powers rise. This is a necessity of the system. Humankind is being educated each second. Curiosity is the opening signal of your opening coat. In this manner, you are supervised from mediums in which you can be awakened. When your brain power reaches a certain power, then you are kept under special supervision. You receive the knowledge carrying frequency powers of the mediums into which your brain energy cannot understand. I'm sorry, let me read that again. You receive the knowledge carrying frequency powers of the mediums into which your brain energy cannot enter under the supervision of the special protective system. This also occurs by the legal supervision of the law of graduation. Vibrations you receive outside perceptions are the spiral waves. We call them the spiral vibrations. They pass through the Fulham magnetic field by being cleansed. They're purified and are conveyed to you under the supervision of a blurred fog stratum. This fog stratum is a lead white vapor that protects your spirit vibrations. That is, it is a kind of cloud. Knowledge showers falling from this cloud will make your brain fields verdant. You have to excuse me, this is written, translated from Turkish into English, and some of the way that the words are written is differently than we would speak English sometimes, and it's really throwing me off at times. It messes up the whole rest of my reading. This method is applied only to the knowledge frequencies beyond the sixth dimension, and our mediumist friends are not shaken in any way. Friends who try to enter different dimensions unknown to them by their own powers, without our supervision, are thrown on the threshold of spiritual shocks and depressions in this manner, and their brain fuses are blown. Wow, that's interesting. Hmm. There is without fail the necessity during spiritual sessions for a spiritual operator who carries a higher frequency than the frequency of the medium. His or her energy keeps your frequencies under supervision. Knowledge received in this way is healthy, and that person is not shaken in any way. So, there is without fail the necessity during spiritual sessions for a spiritual operator who carries a higher frequency than the frequency of the medium. His or her energy keeps your frequencies under supervision. Knowledge received in this way is healthy, and that person is not shaken in any way. We are obliged to notify this all of this to our certain curious friends. All the happiness is for our terrestrial brothers and sisters, with our love, Pen of the Golden Age. So I'm going to start the next paragraph here, 46, and I'm going to go on to 47 where the paragraph finishes, and then we'll wrap it up for the day, okay? So our friends, beings on the highest firmament have collaborated for you with all their goodwill. These dictated messages are a command of the divine, and this is a universal mobilization. All the offerings you receive are filtered by many seats of authority and are conveyed to you by being dictated through the direct channel Alpha. We have received the command to open all the secrets of the universe to you. You are yet uninformed about the miraculous medium here. You know that evolvement is connected to the yield of the years. No one can be aware of the supremacy flowing through the centuries. Everyone is satisfied with the data in alignment with his or her medium. To go beyond these data frightens our terrestrial brothers and sisters. Lately, connections have been enabled with the other solar systems too. For now, we will provide this medium when the time comes. The evolvement of your century develops by this means. During the sincerity period, your places of prostration are your hearts. The places here are the shelter of assured people and are the home of learning and spiritual knowledge. We desire to unify all our terrestrial brothers and sisters here. The lights of our Lord are upon you. With our love, Pen of the Golden Age. So one of the big points of, one piece of this book is to help everyone understand that it's time to unify together, that we need to become one earth. Every country, every city, every human, every race, every sex, every religion. I knew that before I read this book, and I think that's one of the reasons why this book came to me. They say that this book, this knowledge book, comes to you when you're ready. It finds you. And I've been telling people for a long time what I've felt from my intuition from above, that I just naturally felt for the last few years that it's time for us all to become one. Man, wouldn't it be such a beautiful life here on earth when we get to the point where, if you can imagine this right now, imagine right now that there is only one race, the human race, and there really is. Forget about the differences in color, religion, race, sex, national origin, wherever you came from, politics. Forget about Democrats and Republicans. And the need for money. Forget about that too. So take those things I just mentioned and imagine that. Put that in a new world for yourself right now. Breathe deep, close your eyes, and imagine a world like that. Can you honestly tell me that that's not a better place, that that's not a happier place? And, I think that I'm understanding this book right, and I'm understanding my guidance from above and my intuition and the wisdom I've amassed over 50 years. I think I'm understanding it correctly and projecting it correctly to you guys that it's really time for the majority of the world population to realize the same thing and come together. And man, once we get the majority of the population understanding love and unity, and that we're all just souls living a human experience here, and it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what job level you're at, or it doesn't matter if you're man or woman or Democrat or Republican. If we start immediately waking up to those facts I just mentioned, all of this fighting and ignorance goes away. I'm sickened and embarrassed by Democrats and Republicans and what they're doing to each other. And, I mean, wake up. I hope some of you are watching this video, because I know there's some good people out there in politics, but all around the world, not just the USA, but every country, you've got some pretty selfish, egotistical, and ignorant politicians out there, and probably some pretty high up authorities or beings running this earth right now, or they used to, I don't know, doing some pretty greedy, hateful things. But why? Why do you want to be alone in life like that? Why would you want to be alone in life? So selfish. What could you possibly accomplish by yourself? Because let me tell you something. If you're a hateful person and you're greedy and you're egotistical and you like that and you don't want to change that and you think that's okay, then you're going to be alone the rest of your life. And I'll tell you something, whether you realize it or not, you're alone right now. So it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Let there be light. May the archangels and ascended masters, our creator above, may they ascend light on everyone on earth now. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. And I'll see you, instead of 2 Sundays from today, I will see you 2 Saturdays from yesterday, okay? I'll be back on, because I'm busy on Sunday, September 17th. I'm unavailable. So I'm going to, instead of skipping that, I'm going to go ahead and come back for you guys on Saturday, September 16th, and read more of the knowledge book, okay? So I wish you guys a very happy rest of your Sunday, and I think for those of you far out east watching this video, it's Monday. This is Labor Day weekend for us here in America, whatever that means. But I hope you guys will live life enlightened. I created Live the Enlightened Lifestyle to mean something to you, to everyone, when you see that word, when you read it, when you hear it. And now I've shortened it to Live Enlightened by Ron Steele. Okay? So please, I'm Ron Steele. I hope you've enjoyed my messages today, and I hope you're getting something out of it. If you are, please go to YouTube and subscribe to me on YouTube. It's called Live the Enlightened Lifestyle. I also have Facebook groups and a Facebook event page and a Facebook page that you can find me under Live the Enlightened Lifestyle. You can find me under Ron Steele or Ronald K. Steele on Facebook, and feel free to friend me if you're an enlightening being or trying to be. I welcome all of you as my friends. All people, all good people, and all people trying to be good. Okay, so this is Live Enlightened by Ron Steele, and I hope you will start living enlightened if you're not already doing so. All right. Take care, you guys. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Remember, it'll be on Saturday. And again, I record these videos on YouTube, so you can always go to my YouTube channel, Live the Enlightened Lifestyle, and subscribe and watch all my videos there. This was part 5 today of the Knowledge Book, and I'll be reading the Knowledge Book, part 6, on Saturday next time. And then after that, it'll be every couple weeks on a Sunday. I just have to change it once in a while as I get busy on certain days. Okay, everyone. I'll see you next time. Love and light, and namaste. Take care.